Hi, welcome to our channel. We often hear terms like don't eat junk food, eat healthy. But have you ever wondered what actually constitutes junk food? Is it just what your mom told you not to eat from the supermarket shelves that will give you bad dreams? Or is it something more complex than that? Well, today we're going to unmask the myths of what is considered healthy or unhealthy food, revealing the truth behind each label. You'll learn what really goes into making a meal both nutritious and delicious. So if you're ready to take off the rose-colored glasses and see things in a new light, keep watching, because we're about to embark on an eye-opening journey that could change the way you think about food forever. What is junk food? How do you define it? The answer may surprise you. We all know that junk food isn't good for us, but sometimes it can be hard to figure out why. There are so many conflicting messages out there, and it seems like every time you turn around, there's some new study with some new findings. That's why we wanted to take a closer look at what exactly makes up junk food and how it affects our bodies. First things first, let's talk about calories. They're a unit of measurement used to determine the amount of energy in the foods we eat. And when it comes to junk food, they're usually pretty high. This doesn't mean that all calorie-rich foods are junk, though. For example, avocados, nuts, and seeds also contain a lot of calories, but they're packed with nutrients that are good for us. On the other hand, junk food tends to be loaded with empty calories, meaning they don't contain much nutritional value and can lead to weight gain and other health problems. So what types of foods are we talking about here? Generally speaking, junk food refers to processed or fast food that is high in calories, sugar, fat, and salt. It's often cheap and easy to obtain, making it an appealing option for people who are busy or on a tight budget. But that convenience comes at a cost. Consuming too much junk food has been linked to an increased risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and certain types of cancer. Let us take a closer look at the main components of junk food and see how they affect our bodies. First, we have sugar. It's a type of carbohydrate that provides quick energy, but it's important not to overdo it. Too much sugar can cause a spike in blood glucose levels, leading to insulin resistance and weight gain over time. This can increase your risk of developing chronic conditions like diabetes and heart disease. Next is fat. Not all fats are created equal. Unsaturated fats found in foods like avocados and olive oil can be beneficial for heart health, while saturated and trans fats should be consumed in moderation. Saturated fats are typically solid at room temperature and can raise LDL cholesterol levels, increasing the risk of heart disease. Trans fats, on the other hand, are created through a process called hydrogenation and have been shown to cause inflammation in the body, leading to a host of health issues. Last but not least, we have salt, which is mostly sodium chloride. It adds flavor to food, but consuming too much salt can cause the body to retain water, leading to bloating and high blood pressure. High blood pressure can damage the walls of arteries and organs over time, increasing the risk of heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease. Now that we've covered the basics of what makes up junk food, let's explore some of the most common types of junk food and why they're considered unhealthy. Fast food is a staple of modern society, and its convenience is hard to resist. However, frequent consumption of fast food can have detrimental effects on our health. A typical fast food meal consists of highly processed ingredients, including refined carbohydrates, saturated fats, and added sugars. These ingredients are not only devoid of essential nutrients, but they can also contribute to weight gain and chronic diseases, such as diabetes and heart disease. Another popular type of junk food is packaged snacks. From chips and cookies to candy bars and microwave popcorn, these snacks are designed to be both highly palatable and calorically dense. This means that they provide a lot of calories without providing much nutritional value. Packaged snacks are often high in sodium and unhealthy fats, which can lead to dehydration and inflammation in the body. They also tend to be high in refined carbohydrates, which can cause blood sugar spikes and crashes, leaving you feeling hungry and fatigued. And let's not forget about sugary drinks. From soda and fruit juice to energy drinks and sweetened teas. Sugary drinks are a major source of added sugar in the American diet. Consuming large amounts of added sugar has been linked to a number of health problems, including tooth decay, obesity, and type 2 diabetes. Sugary drinks are also a major contributor to childhood obesity. With children consuming an average of 37 gallons of sugary drinks each year, now that we understand the common types of junk food and their potential health risks, it's time to explore some of the deceptive marketing tactics that food manufacturers use to make junk food more appealing. One common tactic is to use misleading labels and packaging. For example, a food product may be labeled as low fat or reduced sugar when compared to a similar product with a higher fat or sugar content. However, this does not necessarily mean that the product is healthy. In fact, some low-fat or reduced sugar products may be high in calories, sodium, or unhealthy fats. Similarly, a product may have a label claiming to be all-natural or made with real ingredients, which may appeal to consumers looking for healthier options. However, these labels do not have a strict regulatory definition and can be used by food manufacturers to market products that are not necessarily nutritious. Another tactic used by food manufacturers is to create a sense of urgency or scarcity. This can be done through phrases like limited time only or while supplies last, which encourages consumers to buy the product impulsively without considering whether it is a healthy choice. Manufacturers may also use discounts or other promotions to incentivize consumers to stock up on junk food, further encouraging overconsumption. But it's not just the packaging that can be deceiving. Food manufacturers also use clever marketing campaigns to create a positive emotional association with junk food. For example, a snack company may sponsor a popular TV show or sporting event to create a sense of familiarity and trust among consumers. They may also use celebrity endorsements to promote their products, which can be particularly effective in influencing purchasing decisions. By creating a positive emotional association with junk food, manufacturers can encourage consumers to consume it more frequently without thinking critically about the health consequences. It was important to be aware of these tactics and to read food labels carefully before making a purchase. By understanding how food manufacturers manipulate our emotions and perceptions, we can make more informed decisions about the foods we eat and ultimately take control of our own health and well-being. As we've learned, junk food can have serious negative effects on our health, and food manufacturers use deceptive tactics to make it more appealing. But it's not all doom and gloom. By being aware of the warning signs and taking proactive steps, we can protect ourselves against the harmful effects of junk food and make healthier choices for ourselves and our families. So what can we do to combat the allure of junk food? One approach is to focus on increasing the price of junk food through taxation. By making junk food less affordable, we can reduce consumption and encourage people to opt for healthier alternatives. This can be a powerful incentive for individuals to make better choices when it comes to their diet. Additionally, taxing junk food can generate revenue that can be directed towards public health initiatives and education programs, creating a positive feedback loop that promotes healthier behaviors. Another approach is to implement restrictions on the advertising of junk food, particularly to children. By limiting the exposure of children to enticing advertisements for unhealthy foods, we can help them develop healthier eating habits and prevent them from forming associations between junk food and positive emotions or experiences. This can be achieved through regulations that prohibit the advertising of junk food during children's programming or the implementation of parental control features on streaming services. In addition to these approaches, it's also important to promote media literacy and critical thinking skills among consumers. By encouraging people to question the motives of food manufacturers and to read food labels carefully, we can help them make more informed decisions about the foods they eat. This can be achieved through educational campaigns and public awareness. Programs that highlight the tactics used by food manufacturers to deceive consumers. By implementing a combination of these approaches, we can create an environment that makes it easier for people to make healthier choices and reduce the consumption of junk food. Ultimately, it's up to each individual to decide what they eat. But we can create a society that supports and encourages healthier behaviors by making changes at the systemic level. We hope you found this video informative and thought-provoking. So, please don't hesitate to reach out to us with any questions or comments you may have. We'd love to hear from you. Additionally, if you enjoyed this video, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel and stay up to date with our latest content. Thanks for watching.